So today's video is sponsored by Monster Legends, the game where there are hundreds of different monsters to collect. Now, Monster Legends is a free-to-play game and is available on both iOS and Android devices. So visit that link in the description below because this isn't your average game. You can breed 2 monsters to get a new one, but you must feed your monsters to take them to battle. Now this is where things get challenging because there are different PvP modes. So for example, you have special dungeons and an adventure map, and you can fight in real time against your friends. Even better, there are new events every single week, so you can discover and play all new adventures. So download the game through the link in the description below to get a special reward worth $30, which includes 50,000 food, an epic monster who is Kybel, and 300,000 gold. Now these rewards can be redeemed and is basically just available for new game users who use that link in the description below. So go ahead, get involved and download Monster Legends. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now before we kick into this one, I want to ask you guys, with the roadmap situation, are you quite happy to wait longer for the roadmap, or are you kind of fed up that we basically still have no roadmap basically 4 months later? I want you guys to leave your honest opinion on this in the comments below, because I do know a lot of people have mixed feelings about this. So let's dive into this video, because today is January the 15th, and well, if you didn't know why January the 15th is a day that a lot of people are looking forward to, is because it's the first dev live stream since the holidays. And well, now it seems a lot of people are really annoyed with the situation that has happened. And also, we of course got the brand new marketplace update with an interesting Iron Man skin. So we got a lot of stuff to cover. As always, drop a like on the video. Let's try and get 9 likes, and let's dive into this video. So to kick it off, let's start off with this whole dev live stream, because I said a couple of days ago that, hey, you know, if it turns out that it's just one of those dev live streams where essentially they just play the game and don't really talk about the current state or anything coming in the future perspective of the game, then is it really worth doing it, right? Because you know there's going to be more people annoyed at the fact of devs playing the game, although it's not their fault, as opposed to of course having information. And then the rumors just really spurred out of place, saying that no, this is actually going to be showcasing Clint Barton, etc, etc. Now we know this isn't the situation, because finally Andy came to the stand and officially cleared the situation, saying that this is just our normal play with the devs that happens on Fridays. Now I know this has took a negative light to a lot of people, because like I said, I too myself said, is there really any point if we're not going to find out any information? Considering it's the first month of the new year, where's the next DLC? What is really going down? Because you guys know my original theory was, well, January 15th could actually be a situation where they go ahead and do like a teaser for Hawkeye, etc, etc. So although this is bad news and I completely understand why people are bugged off with it, one thing that's interesting to take is it's still basically it's gonna have some sort of information. Now this is not confirmed, but what I'm saying is usually it's like a general chat with Andy and Phil, and well, Phil usually drops a lot of teasers, he slips up on things, and it's an interesting watch overall. So on the bright side, I'd imagine that's gonna be more likely of a situation than them just actually playing the game, not talking about absolutely anything, because we know the chat is gonna be full of that stuff. But again, we'll have to see what goes down with that. Now, going on to the second thing was the marketplace update. Now, this is an interesting one because we got the Iron Man ray gun legendary outfit. And you guys remember, some of you may, some of you might not, but a while back this, I believe, was leaked by Miller. Maybe somebody else, right? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do remember saying in a video that I couldn't show it, but essentially it was like Iron Man with a Mohican, essentially. That was to give you guys a better perspective, and would you take a look at this? The Iron Man ray gun legendary outfit is basically this. This is what I was talking about. It's now available on the marketplace. Now, out of personal preference, rating this maybe on a scale 1 to 10, I'm gonna actually sit at a pretty high 7. I'd say 7, yeah, I'm not even going to push to 8, I'm going to say 7, because you guys know I keep saying about different outfits for the characters. I kind of like this one. I don't know what it is, but I like it. It just feels different. Now, I know a lot of people are bugged off with the color scheme, saying again, essentially, it's like a recolor of another suit, etc, but I like it, it's okay. Then the second one we got was the 4-1, again, a legendary outfit. Weirdly enough, the Captain America outfit was the exact same that we got in last week's marketplace. I'm pretty sure on that one. There's absolutely nothing different. I mean, if there is something different and they're trying to sell it for all these bucks, then that's a big problem within itself. But I'm like 99.9% sure for some reason it's just wound itself back up into this marketplace, but it's the exact same suit that we got last week. Other than that, Kate Bishop's one looks cool. Hulk again, I don't really know. Hulk really gets these odd colors, and then boom, you get like a really good one, like the wrestler one, which I know a lot of people didn't like, but I kind of thought it was cool. But overall, it's an okay marketplace. The only people you really care about anyway for this one, at least that I think anyway, is definitely Iron Man's and Thor's. But leave your thoughts on that in the comment section below. Now, that wasn't all we got, because of course we got the weekly blog update, which again, it just is kind of like nothing, right? It's basically like nothing gets said in there, apart from the basic stuff like priority missions, which are keys, community photos, etc, but like most times it's just only important for your priority missions and so forth. So where is this roadmap? This is the silence that is killing the game. This is something that I say, it's basically, at least that I feel, I could be entirely wrong, but I really feel it's probably the easiest out of anything they could reveal, including a DLC right now, at this moment in time, that would actually save more of the community as opposed to an individual DLC. Flat out, because I feel it's just a piece of, well, it's basically a document. Let's just say, I was going to say piece of paper, but you get what I mean. It's basically the same thing that just says, hey, in January this is happening, in February this is happening, in March this is happening, in April, etc. I mean, you don't need to go to full 12 months of a year. You can literally just say, well, you don't even need to give actual dates for something. And I think this is what I feel bugs a lot of people in the community. You can just put like a to be confirmed, so a TBC, right? Or like when it comes down to the date, I really feel like that wouldn't be a problem. And this is where I always say, which is kind of like now a joke that we don't want to become a reality, that really all scares us personally a lot more than we would like it to. But is there no roadmap because there's still, you know, 50-50 as opposed to when the plug is going to be pulled for the game or not? In logical sense, that would make sense. In another perspective, it's one of those things that you just don't want to imagine, you know, seeing become a reality, right? Because that's something that would just frighten us all and would be a shame, because I say it all the time, but we would not have another Marvel Avengers game for literally like another decade. Literally, let that sink in. It's a big deal. It's a big deal to pull a plug on, because if there's potential to revive it, and this is what bugs us. But ultimately, one thing we do know for sure is that silence is killing the game, it's killing the community, it's losing people's trust, which is the biggest thing out of them all. If you have a community that doesn't trust you, then it doesn't really matter what you do with your game. And I think if they just come clean with all this stuff still, it would make sense just to understand what's going on. It really would. But we'll see what goes down with this stream today. I'm still going to tune in. If it's kind of like a stream where they kind of like ignoring the community questions and whatever it may be, like the big ones that people want answers to, then like I said, I just think there was no point doing a dev live stream. Although it's cool when it's not Andy and Phil's fault at all, they're really cool people, you get what I mean, right? It goes with that whole trust and the fans, although it was never confirmed to actually, you know, showcase anything new. It's just teasing something in a sense of like coming out and not talking about the key things, but they're almost like our only point of communication. That's basically where we stand. But guys, leave your thoughts on this stuff in the comments below. Leave your thoughts on the roadmap and the question that I asked you guys at the start of the video. And don't forget to check out today's sponsor, Monster Legends. The link is in the description below. It's a really fun game. And I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and adios amigos.